Penance RPG and its affiliate sponsor, D&Dice, makers of dice for all types of heroes, proudly presents Plummet, Falling in the Dark, a Penance RPG adaptation. This bard's tale, as is customary in these parts, may contain strong adult themes, cursing, and high adventure. For now, time turns, the path is open. Let the story commence.
Welcome to episode 17 of Plummet. No AJ this week because he's off to his mum's birthday, and no John because he's lost in the wilderness. So, who are
someone please find John?
Someone please find John. Post him to us.
He may be being chased by a dragon.
Yeah. Who are you? What are you? And in lieu of National Rubber Ducky Day, what is your favourite bath time accessory? Starting with Leonida.
Hello there, I'm Arnold White Sox, dwarf space speaker, turned into a tiny gorilla, hence my voice. And my favourite bath time accessory might be a foot file. Yes, to keep my socks nice and clean.
Okay. Next we have the debuting Danny Satchel.
Hey, I'm Danny Satchel. Prophet of Prophet, nice to meet you. Completely original character.
My favourite bathroom thingy. So, right, I've been having a lot of baths when I've been getting in from work recently, and the reason I'm about 90 episodes deep into Gintama is because I've been watching a lot of Gintama in the bath. So I'm going to say Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll is your favourite bath time accessory.
Please sponsor us already, Crunchyroll.
Yeah, we've got better sponsors.
We do, but Crunchyroll sponsors everybody. Why have they missed us?
That's your yearly appeal to Crunchyroll.
It is.
Okay.
I got it in early this year.
Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Frankie, our human disciple. My favourite bath time thing.
Bath time accessory.
I have a really nice face wash, actually, that it's like a spa treatment kind of thing. So, and I can't remember its name right now. So yeah, it would be that, I would think. So that's the first thing that popped into my head.
Okay. And finally, Ash.
Hello, I play Whispers in the Gloaming. She's a Tabaxi Shadow Walker. My favourite bath time accessory is to be a heated towel rail, so my towels are nice and warm when I get.
Fair enough. So, what happened last week? Dragon, if you please.
The party hurried to return to the city of Aren from the tower where they had released the dragon. As they approached the walls, they became aware of a thick layer of zombies surrounding the city. The party adapted their cart, so the horse would be pushing from the back, and Hugh Man, with his massive scythe, would be at the front. Unfortunately, the trundling cart proved unstable, and the hapless Arakoa slipped from his post and ended up being dragged under the heavy wheels of the cart and hooves of the horse. Deciding she could do better, Whispers took up the scythe post, only to suffer a similar fate. As the broken body of Hugh Man and slightly less broken form of Whispers rolled free of the cart, Jasper attempted to use his lightning staff, somehow managing to explode the cart, sending the horse flying before coming to land with a sickening crack on the broken form of Hugh Man, finally killing him. The now burning cart proved a distraction for the undead, and the party were able to slip past the horde and enter the castle. Deciding they had already seen enough, they headed straight for the pub. What met them there was a crazed mage who had polymorphed all the patrons into various creatures. As the babbling, giggling mage pulled out a wand and turned Arnold White Sox into a pelican, the party quickly acted to try and subdue the foe. Several minutes and magic wands later, the party managed to accidentally teleport the mage through the wall, sending him plummeting to his death, before finding a method to cure the frantically flapping Arnold. Now armed with several weird and wonderful wands, and suitably intoxicated to deal with all the fuckery afoot in the city, the party ventured on, finding the entire population had indeed been polymorphed into creatures. Unfortunately, these subjects did not last long, as Kareen the Elongated, a mage polymorphed into a giraffe, channeled his magic, causing several of these beasts to twitch violently before exploding like balloons, cascading the surrounding walls in blood and viscera. Deciding the city was doomed, and that maybe the best thing to do was to line their own pockets, they headed for the main hold, finding a strange, shadowy figure banging upon the door. After much discussion, another polymorph spell on Arnold, and an attempt to frostbolt this bizarre individual, it transpired that this was, in fact, the dragon in human shadow form. Angered by the attempts to pacify him, the dragon landed on the roof and breathed in deeply. While the rest of the party got the hint and scarpered, Kareen stood staring helplessly at the dragon, transfixed by fear, as a torrent of shadow flame engulfed him, leaving naught but embers. Agreeing that this dragon was a massive threat, and the best way to disperse the threat was to appeal to his human side, the party eventually convinced the dragon to switch to his human form, and let them supply him with the thing he had always wanted most: purple trousers. As the shopping continued, the dragon seemed quite content with the party, beginning to seem convinced that he did not need to release his father from the Eternal Crypt. However, the blood merchant took his chance to strike, knocking down the dragon and harvesting some of his blood. While the party looked on and pleaded for him to back off, the merchant harvested several vials of thick black blood before reluctantly releasing the figure, reminding the party they still owed him. Rising from injury and feeling enraged, the dragon awoke with a fierce roar, and while Jasper distracted the beast, Frankie and Igneous ran to join Arnold with the Baron, while whispers remained in the shadows.
And lo, the story continues. So, currently inside this hold is Frankie, Igneous, Arnold, and a very scruffy looking individual who is standing off to the side, eyeing the gold piles that are kept in this vault. At this point, Baron Gregory reappears and goes, "Oh, hello, it's good you survived the dragon. You know, it's good to see you all here. Glad you're here. Glad to have you on my side for this fight."
We're very pleased as well, yes?
You seem a little furrier than I remember.
Oh yes, I forgot to shave this morning.
Ah, I see. Well, you know, nothing wrong with a good moustache, but you are taking a little bit to the extreme.
One might say so, yes.
Right, well, we need to discuss battle plans. Has anyone got any ideas?
I would suggest maybe fleeing.
You see, the dragon needs to get in here. You see, it wants the other half of the Runestone.
Oh.
You remember, you supplied us with the other half of the Runestone.
Yes.
We've kept it under lock and key in the basement, and if that dragon wants to get in here and get it, you'll have to go through a whole armored division.
Well, supposedly the team has told Arnold what happened to the other half of the rune that is not in the basement.
Yes. Probably.
Yes, you might want us to stay here and fight the dragons so we don't get the Runestone. Seems a quite good plan. I think we shall maybe not stay here and fight the dragon.
We need an idea to get the dragon out of the town. What would you suggest we do?
Perhaps we could trick him into thinking that the Runestone is not in the basement.
And
Yes,
how would we do that?
I don't know, have you got any fancy jewellery that looks like it?
Nothing we can lay our hands on. Hang on, I'll speak to the scouts. So he sort of blows through and he starts speaking to a group of people off to the side. At this point, he goes, "Oh, before I go, this is Danny. He's a wily young chap. He's just come here from the finance department."
Hey, that's right, I'm Danny Satchel. They call me Satchel on account of my big satchel. I'm all about that profit, you know, that godliness, boys. How y'all doing?
Oh, pleasure to meet you, sir. I'm doing fine.
Hey, what's with the fur boil?
Yeah, I know, Arnold. You're really coping with this whole transformation rather well.
Well, at least I don't get to dirty my white socks. So, yeah.
But you're a gorilla.
Oh yes, gorillas don't have socks, as you know.
Yes, you
Hey.
have disposable thumbs on your feet as well.
Yes.
How's a monkey cook his sausages?
I'm sorry, what?
How's a monkey cook his sausages?
I don't know the answer to that one, no.
He puts them on a gorilla.
You're a funny man. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm really sorry.
You're not sorry.
I mean, I can say I'm sorry.
Well,
Whether we choose to believe you is a different question.
Danny, you seem to be very interested in profit. I take it.
Hey, I've got a higher calling.
Yeah, we have a little suggestion for you, but let's keep it under some hush, because the thing is, down in the basement, there isn't really the other half of the Runestone, because we sort of sent it away.
Well, we didn't do anything.
No, I think it was Igneous, but yeah.
He stepped out for the moment.
So we could actually sort of run away with the gold and let them trick the dragon into taking the Runestone, which isn't there. Or we could just tell the dragon, if he lets us go with the gold, he could go down and take the Runestone, and we can flee with the gold before he notices it's not there.
Well, the church has always needed a new roof, boys, so can't say I'm exactly against the idea.
I mean, we could always warn him as well about the armed division. Maybe then he won't roast us alive.
Go with the winning team, I like it. I like it, very pragmatic of you, boy.
Seems to be the only real option, I think. I might beg him to make me a dwarf again, since, I know I like climbing stuff and so, but not that useful.
At this point, Baron comes back and goes, "Well, it seems the dragon has lost interest in us for some reason. He's currently trying to burn down the post office."
As he tried.
Oh, might he have gotten wind of something?
Well,
Perhaps.
you see, the post office has kind of accumulated a lot in the last several weeks. I mean, we pulled all the carts away, so nothing really got shipped out. I mean, it didn't seem worth shipping everything from it when we needed the carts for local things.
Why, he's probably going to be there a while, keeping him in line and everything.
He's probably looking for the gold. Dragons do like gold.
Yeah, we should
So what we
take
should
all the
tell-
gold to protect it.
We should tell the people never to send gold through the mail.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, we should put all his gold in my satchel here, and I'll keep it safe for you boys.
That's a lot of gold, Daddy. You
Wait.
sure?
Not all of it, but like how much will fit in the satchel.
Well,
At least we've got that much, right, boys?
We could make a diversion
Certainly.
and take the gold away now while he's abstracted. And then we
you
can-
see, the gold doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter, of course, for paying wages of the troops and whatnot, but the Runestone should be protected as the first priority.
Well,
Well, the dragon will
might
probably...
be.
Baron Gregory, how do they expect to rebuild if you have no gold after you've...
Well, that's the thing.
Let's drag it.
We're going to protect the gold as much as we can, but if the dragon got the Runestone, well, he could release his father, and that would mean doom for the entire world.
Well, we don't want that.
Well,
Yes.
as I was saying earlier,
If the ancient dragon was to be released, I mean, he would incinerate everyone.
well, Mr. Gregory, sir,
Yes.
I believe that perhaps there might have been a sort of a dimensional translocation of the rune over to the post office, and that might be why he's there.
What? No,
Magic
no,
speak.
you gave
Magic.
me the runestone in person, and we
Yes.
took it down to the basement to put it behind all those traps and doors.
Yes, but it's a very magic runestone, and it has a will of its own sometimes. So you might want to go down and check that it's actually there, and that it's actually the real one.
Why wouldn't it be the real one?
Because it can duplicate itself. It can make itself
It's a
fake.
living creature.
Yes,
Yes.
it's a very
Oh, this
tricky
changes
one.
everything, right? You go down and check if this thing is a heartbeat. And he sends a guard off.
It may have teleported to the post office. That's what we're saying.
Yes, and perhaps
Are
it's...
runestones capable of teleportation?
Well, it is magic.
Yeah.
Could have been
None of
summoned.
our scholars told us that.
Ah, well,
The scholars aren't that scholarly.
we haven't
Yes.
seen much.
I see, right. Well, let's wait for the man to tell us how he's got on with the heartbeat. I mean, these things must have a heartbeat if they're alive, surely.
Well, if it doesn't, it surely means that...
Hey, what about plants? They ain't got no heartbeat.
He just looks at you with shock and awe. Are you saying that runestones are like plants?
I'm just saying not everything alive has a heartbeat, boy.
Right. Well, we better all go down to this runestone then, have a bit of a look home, check it out, what?
You go down there, Baron.
No, we all need
I just
to
need to
go
time
down.
it. Yeah,
We
I'll be
all
right with
need-
you. I need to tie my shoe. I don't want to go down those stairs untied.
Right, I'll assign you a couple of guards to make sure you get down safely. Guards, watch Danny here, make sure he gets down safely. The rest of you, come with me.
Oh,
yes.
right then.
Arnold will just climb up on Frankie's back.
What are you doing?
Writing!
Get off me. Get off me.
No.
Don't touch me. Get off me.
You have such lovely hair.
Get out of my hair.
I'd like to pick some lice from it.
I'm just gonna grab him and throw him off. Get off me. Nobody gets to touch me unless you're a nice fine lady. And you are no fine lady. You are a monkey.
No, I'm an ape. Thank you very much.
No
Not be,
touch.
be that way then. Hamper on down on my own forelegs. Or arms.
So, you get down to the bottom and having going through about 15 different secure doors, you eventually come to the pedestal the runestone's on. And after a couple of minutes, Danny gets sort of shoved next to you by the rest of the guards who are like watching him very irely.
Hey, that Baron's pretty smart, huh?
Well,
Well.
not that smart.
I thought I had him that time.
Right, well, let's have a bloody good look at this runestone then. I mean, it looks the part. Do you see any signs that this could be a fake?
Can I fake an arcana check?
Yeah, exactly.
And like pretend to like have some magic happen on it, and then it just sounds.
Okay, sure, roll.
Yeah.
Yep, you go, oh, it doesn't glow very well when you do this. And he goes, but is it supposed to glow when you do that?
Well, it was very, very bright when we found it the first time.
Yes, most definitely. should blow when you
Somebody's
do that.
taken our runestone.
Or it's teleported itself, like we told you.
Hey,
Magic's funny.
you's probably got some spies around here, boy.
Right, well,
Who's the
we'll
only
do
ones
is
you
we'll
can trust?
systematically interview everyone. Your dwarf friend, he'll do as the first one. He'll get the first interview.
Oh, talking about me?
No. The fat one upstairs, one with one leg.
Oh, you mean Iggy?
Yes.
What about Iggy?
He'll be the first to be interviewed. I mean,
Oh,
he
but
was the
he's-
one that handed us the stone.
Well, we should probably take the gold somewhere safe before, the dragons at the post office.
Damn
And
it.
dragons are very magical, and yes, they tend to sense where the real magic is. So if
Damn
he's
it, man,
at
if
the
that
post
dragon gets
office,
this moonstone, it'll be the death of us all. Quickly,
well,
to the post office.
To the post office.
To the post office!
Yeah, to the post office. I'll be right behind you, boys. Just gotta tie my shoelaces.
Guards, bring Daddy with you!
This all escalated very quickly.
Yes.
So you rush out of the building and you follow the sort of trek along, and eventually you come to this building that's mostly burnt down, and in the boxes all around there are like hundreds and hundreds of wooden packing crates that have been set ablaze, and the dragon is sort of flying around the top while these couple of cackling mages are sort of dancing around, throwing burning boxes around trying to find something. At this point you notice whispers in the shadows.
Hello there, Whispers.
Ah, the cat's here. Good. I thought she'd been burned. And at this point, Donnie is led from the back, sort of grumpily trying to shovel one or two more coins into his satchel. You're now standing in this, like, street as you watch this dragon flying overhead, occasionally screeching as these mages are pulling these burning boxes out of the remnants of the post office. And you notice Whispers in the sort of gloom at the side.
Not in the gloaming.
No, in the gloom. She's hiding in the shadows, staring at you all.
That's almost the gloaming, to be fair. It's only one letter difference.
Yes, and Whispers got the sword, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So, what are you doing?
So, guys, I think this is going to go, like, straight to fucking I mean, the dragon probably will find the Runestone since it probably never left town with the mail.
I mean, I don't really want to kill the dragon, because he was very nice as a human.
Well, he's not so nice now, and I don't think he gave up on being human, perhaps. I don't know what really happened.
What if we kill the Runestone guys? I mean, it's alive, right? What if we kill it?
Technically, it's not alive, but don't tell anyone.
I thought it was like a tree or something.
No, kind of a bit of a small lie.
Yeah.
A white lie.
Kind of didn't think that it would be safe in the hands of the Barons, so we sort of switched it out for a fake one, and then we thought we sent it away.
Far away, but it looks like it didn't happen.
What if we hit it with a hammer?
Well, I think we have to find it first, amongst all those crazy mages.
Okay, so currently there are two mages sort of like throwing boxes around, and occasionally like a torrent of purple fire is coming from the sky into the post office.
Hey boys, good job, keep it up. You keep sorting them packages, we just be moseying on through.
Do you think we should, get involved? I mean, they look quite pesky customers.
Perhaps you should go back, Baron Gregory, because these mages are very, very temperamental. They've already killed a lot of people, and we must handle them first before we do anything.
Killed our people?
He draws his sword.
No, please, stay here.
I think maybe, Frankie, we should let them,
Yes.
join the fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they killed your comrades, your people of your village.
Go, get them!
You must avenge them! Avenge them!
Send your guards to be safe.
Okay, well, let's see what he does. Natural 20. Baron Gregory does a sort of like movement with his sword, and two arrows fly out of the gloom, shooting the mages through the neck. Both of them collapse.
Nicely done! I applaud you, sir!
Yeah,
Let's get a closer look at this.
I like the way you shot those guards with a sword.
We should check the pockets for the wands.
What do these wands do?
Do not point them at anyone. Just snap them in half.
Right, okay. You held them to snap the wands in half.
So, the
no.
first wand found. Yep, the wand snapped in half, which starts creating like purple sparks everywhere. As the guards go through the pockets, pulling out wands and snapping them.
Are all the guards with Baron Gregory inside the post office now?
No, they're not all inside. There's maybe a group of about 10 or so guards with them, including some archers.
So how many are there left outside with us?
You're all sort of with the Baron Gregory mob, but back in the vault there was about a whole division of like 1,000 or so troops.
Okay, damn it.
There's quite a large force.
Can I sort of use an Arcana check to see if I can sense within which box the Runestone is?
Do a roll. You have a sense that it must still be in the building because you don't sense it out here. Although you notice some of the guards tipping up boxes and hundreds of gold coins start rolling everywhere.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Shiny.
That's evidence, I'll collect that. Put it in my evidence satchel.
You've got an evidence satchel, Danny?
Hey, that's what that satchel's for.
Oh, it collects evidence, so you turn it all over to the crown at the end of the day.
I mean, eventually, yeah, but first I gotta examine it.
Right, no problem.
You, over there. And he points to one of the guards.
Once he's done collecting in his satchel, I want you to bring that satchel to me. We'll examine this evidence together later.
Well, that's okay, but I ain't done collecting yet.
That's fine, you take your time. Timson here will take your satchel when you're done.
Sure thing, Timson.
And a very nervous-looking guard goes, "Alright."
I'll tell you when I'm done, Timson.
He looks like a sturdy up chap.
Yeah, maybe he'll be looking better as a penguin, though.
Give him a little bow tie.
So, Frankie, do you think we should, go inside the house and try to find the Runestone, or do you have
Yes.
a better plan?
No.
I'm not really sure because the dragon is flying and, burning it every now and then. It seems sort of dangerous. Maybe we should go over to Whispers and see what she thinks.
Can we beckon Whispers over?
Yeah.
Whispers?
Whispers was off trying to follow the blood merchant to get the blood back.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Okay, so Whisper sort of subtly disappeared off at one point.
Oh, god damn it. If you can't trust a cat these days, who can you trust?
Well, to be honest, we've got the blood merchant on our back. If we don't get rid of him, or at least 9 of his samples, I have a very great suspicion that we're going to be rather fooked.
Yes.
So I feel an evil runestone in a room would mess with the feng shui of it. Can I try and figure out which room makes me feel the least comfortable with my feng shui?
Sure.
Brilliant.
And welcome back to Penance Feng Shui Your House.
Yep, you definitely find one room in particular that makes you feel incredibly uncomfortable. It's stacked high with crates.
Hey, I don't like this room. There's probably something fishy in it.
Shall we
Arnold.
start?
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand outside. I don't like being in here.
Yep, you guard the door while we search the boxes.
Okay, so currently in the room is Arnold, Frankie, Danny's standing on the outside, and Timson is standing with him.
Hey, how you doing, Timson? You got a family? You got a family?
I've got a wife.
Hey, you make sure you treat her right.
I try, yeah. Are you done with your satchel yet?
Not yet, Timson. I'll tell you when I'm done.
Oh dear.
So, what are you doing in this room?
Gonna search through boxes, are we?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna use Arcana to just
Yeah,
see if
same.
I can find it with a...
Roll to use Arcana. Frankie thinks something off to the left and he starts opening boxes. The first box he opens is filled with fish.
Ugh.
Hey, I told you there was something fishy.
The fish seems to have... It's like it was packed in salt, but the salt's not kept it that fresh. And when you
just gonna-
look at the supply information, it says that this package has been sitting here for 4 months.
Ooh, save it for Whispers.
I'm just gonna throw it out. Nope. Next.
Arnold finds quite a large box that he slowly wedges the top off of, and he looks at it, and inside there is some sort of weird stone, but it's not the stone he's looking for.
What kind of stone is it?
It seems to be like a single magical pearl amongst like a bag of about 500 normal pearls.
Yep, I'm just gonna pocket the pearl, the magic pearl.
Okay.
Hey, they look like they could be evidence, boys.
Might be.
Do you need me
Hey.
to collect it?
Yeah, I'll go collect some. Like I said, I ain't done collecting.
Alright.
Hey, don't get too excited, Timson. Hold your horses, hold your horses.
He sort of stands very shiftily, like he's really not comfortable being here.
Hey, I know it's this room. It's not the nice. They need to work on the feng shui.
You hear a crack. Can everyone do me a dodge roll, please?
Oh,
Then from-
Oh no!
A beam collapses from the ceiling and lands on top of Arnold. But what part of Arnold does it land on? The beam lands on top of 12, his right arm 6. It just causes a small blood wound in his arm, though he is pinned to the ground at the moment with this big burning beam.
Hey, Timson, use a copper.
I haven't got any change.
No, he's like a policeman or something, ain't you?
Well, I'm a royal guard.
Yeah, do you think you should help your citizen out there?
Help! Help! I'm stuck,
Well,
and I
he's
can't
kind
get up.
of a monkey. He's not really a citizen.
Shut up and get over here!
I'm
Timson,
monkey
hey!
citizen.
I'm not a monkey!
That's racist, Timson.
He's
Don't
technically
let me
not.
hear.
After
Is
the
that-
Blood Ape invasion, we don't tend to respond well to monkeys.
Hey, what would your wife say, Timson?
She'd say, "Get that bloody ape out of here. I didn't marry you. I'm leaving you and going to my sister's."
Okay, then don't tell your wife about this, Timson, but you help my monkey out.
He begrudgingly walks over and begins trying to lift the board off, but doesn't do very much.
Frankie's going to join and help him.
Okay. Yep, you managed to free the quite trapped monkey.
Oh, thank you very much.
He sort of pulls back and his arm is bleeding a bit, but it seemed to have stopped the bleeding easy enough.
Hey, good job, Timson. I'm sure your wife would be proud.
She doesn't like monkeys.
Yeah, but you saved her life, Timson.
Ape, not a monkey. Arnold getting a little enraged. Yeah.
So what are the rest of you doing now?
Yeah, how many boxes did the beam, throw open?
About 2 or 3. There's still about 60, 70, 80 boxes in this room. It's a huge, storeroom.
I have an idea. Shall I just burn the room to the ground and we'll come back in a moment and the Runestone will be there?
That doesn't seem like a really good idea, but I'm tempted to go with your plan.
This is going to take forever searching through every single box.
Well, there's a supporting wall in here, Frankie.
Oh, you have a good point.
Not if we use the Arcana to, sort of, hopefully guide us.
Right, let's try. Let's try extra hard on the Arcana.
Hard. Okay.
Ooh, just the way we like it.
The wrong character.
20 and 22, okay.
Well, I've been speaking to the spirit of Ilvain lately, so I've been a little bit...
Frankie, while clearing through the boxes, finds one box that's very much got Iggy's handwriting on it.
Ah! This looks like E's handwriting.
Open it, quickly.
If you say so.
You open it, and it does indeed have the runestone in it, with a letter saying, "Please put in the family vault, you don't want to know what's going on here."
Sorry, Iggy. I don't like stealing from friends, but needs must.
Might want to burn that note as well.
Yep, I'm just gonna throw it into the nearest fire. Sorry?
Is that evidence as well?
No, that's a letter to his wife.
Oh.
It's a personal letter.
And she left to go her sisters as well.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't like monkeys either.
I don't know. I'd rather not inquire of Iggy's personal affairs. It's his business. He wants to... My brain just... I was trying to say the word. I couldn't think of the word for, incompetence. My brain today is just gubbed.
You sure you're alright there, Frankie boy?
No, I've had a few knocks to the head lately.
Hey, I couldn't tell, I'll tell you what.
So, now that we actually found the Runestone, what should we do? Should we sort of scamper off with it, or should we give it to the Baron?
I say we hit her with a hammer.
Well, we could try that. Why not?
Why don't you do it, Jenny? You have the orders.
I don't have a hammer.
Can I search the boxes for a hammer? Someone's got to have mailed a hammer.
Okay, roll.
Can I forage for a hammer specifically?
In this extreme circumstance, yes.
Oh.
You find a toffee hammer. It's about the size of your thumb, with 2 little points on either side. It's a very tiny toffee hammer.
It's the wrong species of hammer tree. This one isn't ripe.
And he's longer on the branch.
Hold on a moment. Doesn't Whispers have the sword?
Yes.
Should we take it to her? She might be able to do something with the sword.
I don't know who this Whispers is, and I ain't never seen her.
Arnold knows who she is, so...
Yes, I think...
You'll meet her.
Wasn't it the thing that if we used the sword on the Runestone, then we would release the dragon?
No.
Or have I got it wrong?
I can't remember.
Maybe we should ask the Sky Voice thingy.
Sky Voice is letting you make all the decisions, he's not telling you a damn thing.
Can I check the lore on the Runestone?
Roll to check the lore on the Runestone. You read the Runestone up and down, all it seems to say is ... dash 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 ...
Hey, this is a bunch of nonsense.
Can I use my linguistics on the Runestone?
It doesn't mean much when you read it.
Okay. Well, since the party in between has told me what happened when they went out and go buying clothes to the dragon and stuff like that, so I actually know that the dragon said something about he needed that sword to release his... Yeah. So it might be in breaking the Runestone with that, or it might be in using the magic of the sword for something else, including the Runestone. But I'm quite sure he needed the sword as well.
Hey, so what if we break the stone with something that ain't that sword? Like this spear?
I'm gonna stab the runestone with my spear.
Okay, roll d20. You stab the runestone, a small chunk flies off, but that's all it does.
Hey, I broke it. Don't
Not
save the
enough.
day.
Maybe we should call you Danny Runestabber from now on. Yes, much more fitting name.
What if we break it into a lot of little chunks? And then we, like, scatter them across the world.
Do it.
And then the dragon has to go on, like, an epic journey before he can, like, put it back together. That'll buy us, like, a couple of years if nothing else.
Go ahead, do it. I don't have anything to stab it with, so
At this point, from the doorway, you hear a "Hello, everyone.
Oh, for the love of God.
I hear you're needing a hammer.
He's just offering like a regular mundane hammer.
He just opens his coat and pulls out this really long, like, sledgehammer and just offers it to you and goes,
Oh,
Lovely build quality.
I was imagining more just like a regular like hand hammer with like a claw on the back of it.
Oh, you want a small one? Well,
No, it's just
seems to tuck it back in his pocket.
a sledge will do fine. Thank you very
Hey,
much.
why you even fitting that boy?
And he puts his hand in his other side of his coat and pulls out a small, very neatly made claw hammer and goes,
there you go. Lovely quality. Just a small blood sample, it's all yours.
Daddy, it's not a good idea.
Busy chatting to all these people. Can I pickpocket him to get the vials of dragon's blood out of his pockets?
You can try. Roll.
I would have stabbed him.
He's going to hurt me.
He has very strange things in his pockets, so it's going to be dependent what you're going to get. Natural
Oh
one.
no!
Don't hurt me, Rob.
Oh no!
It would be the table, but it's just going to be a normal roll. Natural 1, oh god. Whispers puts her hand in the merchant's pocket. You hear a sickening snap. And Whispers pulls her hand out. All of her fingers have been sliced off by what looks like a mousetrap.
Oh!
So she's got her pad, but no fingers now.
That seems the wrong way
And the
around.
merchant just turns around, looks and goes,
Seems I got a blood sample from you after all, sunshine.
Well, at that point, you now owe me.
Well, 4 samples, but it's only from one person. Anyway, do you want this fine hammer or not, Mr. Setchel?
Actually, in exchange for the sample you just had taken from me, I'd like a sample of dragon's blood, please.
Alright. I've got several of those. Since I got 4 from you, you can have one of these.
and he takes out a very, very tiny, it's like maybe 2 mil blood sample, and it's pitch black blood, and he hands it to you and goes,
There you go. Don't say I'm not nice to you, and your friend can even have the hammer in exchange as well.
Hey, pleasure doing business with you.
Anytime. Remember, you still owe me 8.
Hey, what, I ain't never met you before.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if you want to meet me, you know where to find me. Just knock. I'm always around.
Knock where I really don't know where to meet you, bud.
You come knocking, I come answering.
If you say so.
What,
he
right?
just-
Question.
Yes.
What if we're just knocking on someone's door to like try and go to the guy's house? Does he come?
No.
I think you have to knock with intention of looking for him.
Oh,
With the
okay.
intention of looking for him.
He's now walked off and, have a sledgehammer, and Whispers is staring at her stubby paw now.
Frankie's going to offer to bandage your paw. Would you like some help, my dear?
Thank you. You got one sample of the blood back for the dragon anyway.
Oh, I also forgot that I have purple shoes. That possibly could be a very good gift for the dragon. Since he's a fan of purple. I completely forgot all about them, that they're in my inventory.
Hey, they all real nice shoes there, boy.
They are pretty.
I'm just going to get to work on this runestone to make it in little pieces to scatter across
Okay.
the world, thereby setting the dragon on an epic multiple year
Roll
long
to
journey.
see how you get on hitting it with the hammer. The first hit with the hammer, it seems to shudder, and there's a sound it's like a church bell is going off in the same room. It's almost deafening, and the runestone cracks. You notice strange runes glowing on the side of the hammer.
Hey, I done tricked out my hammer.
That looks awfully nice. Yes.
It's a good hammer this guy gave him.
I wonder what it says.
Hey, I don't know. I don't read.
We should call
Darn.
it.
I can read. I forgot. I wasn't sure what language I would have to say.
Frankie's gonna check what it is with a lore check, just in case.
A lore check, okay. As you look into the runes, you recognize them, and one of the words is soul, and the other word is drinker.
Oh, you have a very nice mace. Hammer, even. It seems to suck the souls out of things, or it seems to have that sort of power.
You also notice that the runestone seems to look more dead and power-wise. It looks like it's lost something.
It looks like it's working.
Wait, seems pretty spin for a prophet, doesn't it?
I think we're draining the father's spirit, or at least the power.
Yes. It might be that you're transferring the father's power into the sledge hammer.
Or you're taking the power that's keeping him trapped and draining it, thereby releasing him.
Yes, might be that as well.
We don't really know what that guy's agenda is after all.
Either way, I think he's getting the raw end of the deal.
So at this point, the guard who's standing next to Danny is like looking very confused. Like, who was that man? Why did you deal with him?
Hey, I don't know. I ain't never met him before.
What's going on? I didn't sign up for this.
Just stand in the corner and look at the wall.
Hey, Timson. Timson, I'm not gonna lie. Things is gonna get pretty hairy. Why don't you go home to your wife?
Oh, things are quite hairy here already.
Things is gonna get dangerous. Why don't you go home and see your wife?
Arlo is going to knock for the blood merchant.
Okay. You knock, and a couple of seconds later you get,
Yes, you rang.
Yes, I believe that you don't have my blood yet, so I would like you...
Boy, this is true, but I don't know if I need monkey blood. Are you enchanted?
He isn't always a monkey.
You get it with ice cream all the time.
Are you going to try and bargain for to return to your previous form?
No. You have to give me a weapon to kill the dragon with for my blood.
To kill the dragon. Oh, but you've already destroyed the dragon, boy. He ain't gonna be able to resurrect now.
Hey, I'm a hero.
I was talking about
Just
the
don't
other
let him get
dragon
hammer.
flying around.
Oh, that dragon. Oh, what do you want? Let me think. Oh, I know what you need. Are you good with a hammer, boy, or would you rather have an arrow?
I'd rather have an arrow, please.
Alright then.
and he puts his hand in his pocket and he draws two of these arrows out, and they've got incredibly sharpened tips on them, and he goes,
You fire that, Mr. Strikey Spiky Dragon. He won't get alive.
Oh,
But in
perfect.
return, let me see your arm.
Here you go.
okay. He takes a blood sample from you, looks at it, shakes it a little bit, puts it in his pocket, and then hands you the two arrows. He turns to Timson and goes,
You got something you want to, boy? Want a nice new wife? Want to be more fertile down there? What do you want?
and Timson just starts screaming and crying and running out of the room.
Good answer.
Oh dear, oh dear. It seems not everyone was aware about his, lack of children. Oh well, he can always come to me if he changes his mind.
These ain't gonna be taking my evidence.
Well, if you ever want a deal too, you know where I am. And I'm sure something will find you one day, and you will need me.
Hey, I'll keep the mind open. Whatever the hell we'll call you.
Our names are for friends, so I don't need one.
I'ma call you Robbie.
As you wish, boy. I'll be around soon.
And he walks out.
What a funny guy.
Yeah, he's quite a laugh. Ha ha ha.
Nah, like funny weird.
Oh, you mean funny weird? Oh, like you then. Ha ha.
Hey,
ha.
hey, I'm an upstanding man of the cloth.
Yeah, at least you're upstanding. Ha ha. ha.
I worship the almighty Dole, huh?
Well, I'm going outside and going to kill the dragon. You guys do what you want to do. See you later.
Hey, have fun with that, boy.
You're going to do it on your own? Are you mad?
I've got the magic arrows. I am going to kill him. Unless perhaps Whispers would like to shoot one of the arrows as well, but she seems really keen not to kill the dragon, so...
Well, he was rather nice, the human.
As a human, yeah. He's rather bizarrely burning everything to crisps in dragon form.
Yeah, he's got anger management issues.
Yeah.
That's because he's had an abused childhood. He doesn't know any better. We can teach him better, surely. Now his dad was around, you can use the arrows against him. Fine.
But
Hey, oh, yeah.
we've sucked his soul dry.
Yeah, nobody tell him I killed his dad.
Yeah, he might not like it once we know the truth.
It wouldn't be the first times I had problems with that.
So yeah, Arnold is just gonna go outside and see if we can find the dragon anywhere.
I think the kindest thing to do is to really put him out of his misery, since we've destroyed his family.
Hey, take him to the glue factory, boys.
If you destroy his dragon form, then he'd be trapped in the other form.
Perhaps.
Learn about what it means to actually have a life.
Yes.
Possibly.
Do you want to take one of the arrows and try to help him forget his dragon form with me then, Whispers?
Probably best if you do the shooting and I try and convince him to actually come and talk to me.
All right.
So
I'll come and watch.
Okay, so you're all going back outside?
I mean, I'll follow close behind, I'm sure. I think I saw a few more pearls.
You walk outside, and as you walk outside, you see the last of Baron Gregory's guard, who's sort of standing around the rabble, and you see Timson sitting in a corner crying.
Hey, it wasn't me.
Poor boy.
Apparently the boy's got some family issues.
Yeah, can't
Some
be
would-
easy being a monkey.
Some would say that's a blessing, but who am I to judge?
So is there any signs of the dragon anywhere?
The dragon is still sort of flying around overhead.
He's the human-looking one that's the shadowy one at the moment, because he's...
The dragon at the moment looks quite shadowy.
Okay, so maybe he's in his human form right now then?
Maybe he's looking for the runestone.
Yeah. So start off with talking to the human form then perhaps, and
Whispers,
You need to try
here.
and find him.
Why don't you just put up your hand and go, I found your runestone, and see what happens?
Oh no, let's not do that.
Well, she wants to
That
talk to
sounds a
him.
little bit sort of dangerous.
Very true, I suppose, yes.
Just a little bit though. Yeah.
Or maybe we just leave it somewhere very high in the open and then run away.
or maybe we just go calling for him. Since he's probably in his human form right now, then the dragon won't do much damage, perhaps.
Here, take the shoes, offer them to him. See what he thinks.
See if we can find him.
So how are you going to draw the dragon in then?
Can we see his human form around anywhere?
Let's see. No, you don't see him immediately.
Can we create some sort of advertising banner for the purple shoes?
What, say free to dragons today?
Yeah, all dragons, free pair of purple shoes. While
Found.
stocks last.
Roll to see how he gets on. 50.
Free to good home.
Hey, I had a background in sales, you know.
Fits most sizes.
You create a banner that says free shoes for dragons today. After a couple of minutes, the shadow version of the dragon stops overhead and stares down at your sign, and then seems to roar. A couple of seconds later, the human version of the dragon appears from somewhere and goes, "What is this about shoes?"
There's some presents for you.
Yeah, Frankie, take the shoes off.
We felt bad about what happened.
Yes, I thought you would appreciate these. They're your colour. And as an apology.
He sits down on the ground and attempts to try and pull the shoes on. They're obviously far too small for him, but he's still trying.
Ah,
Hey, maybe you need one of them shoe horns.
yes.
I think you look smashing in those. Perhaps you could turn me into a dwarf again.
I don't understand why you wear these things on your feet.
So our toes don't get dirty, of course. We don't want sand between our toes all the time. It's rather uncomfortable.
Sand?
Yes.
What is
Yes.
sand?
Have
Hey,
you never
we'll
been to
take-
the beach?
We'll take you to the beach, boy.
Yes.
How's that sound?
Beach?
Yeah.
What is beach?
It's where the land meets the ocean.
Yeah, there's like fish and stuff.
This
you can,
beach sounds scary.
Oh, it's very lovely.
It's very lovely.
On a nice day, and on a not so nice day, it can be a little bit dangerous. But yeah, most time it's lovely.
What does the weather forecast look like?
It's quite cloudy with air dragon.
Yeah.
These do not seem to go on my feet. Are they meant for these feet? And he starts trying to put them on his hands.
No, but it seems they're a little small for you, so we'll have to try and find you a larger set.
Yes.
Can't you make your feet smaller?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Can you?
He looks quite confused and goes, "What do you mean, smaller?
Like
They're
less,
adequate size for balance.
like less big.
But if they were less big, I would stumble."
Can you make yourself smaller, as in like shorter? And
Yes.
He
Like you
looks at
did
you,
me smaller.
blinks, and then he makes himself shrink by about a foot.
there you are. Try them now.
He again sits back down and starts trying to put the shoes on. You smell something strange in the air, and you notice as you look up that the dragon above seems to be like quickly glancing left and right very quickly, as if always being sure that there's no one creeping up behind him.
Oh dear.
Oh yes.
Hey, that's pretty smart. You never know when somebody's gonna try and shoot you in the back with an arrow.
He stops and looks up at you and goes, "Why would you shoot me?
Hey, I'm not saying I would, I'm just saying you never know.
He's just making.
You sound like that man, the one that knocked me over."
Oh, he's not a very nice man.
And his
don't-
eyes begin to start glowing red.
I don't know who that man is, I've only just been
We've
met
got
these
some of it
guys.
like back for you, and I'm going to hand him the violet blood I got back.
Do you taunt me with my own blood?
Thought you'd rather have it in your possession than in his possession. That way you know where it is, and it's one less thing he can use to hurt you.
He sort of looks at it really confused and goes, "Why did you put it in a glass tier?"
Because it would spill out everywhere if we didn't.
He again just looks incredibly confused at the fact it's in a vial.
I mean, you can take like the lid off if you want it out of it.
He takes the lids off and sniffs it and goes, "Why does it smell this way?"
Because that's just the way it smells.
Well, you rarely get to smell your own blood, you see. So that's why you don't recognize the smell. But I believe me, I've bled a few times now, and blood smells that way. Terribly sorry for it. And perhaps you could turn me into a dwarf again.
He just looks at you and goes, "Why do you want to be a dwarf? You're better as a ape. You can walk on your hands."
That's true, and I wouldn't need shoes as well. But could you turn me perhaps into a gorilla again then? A larger one?
"But when I turned you before, you tried to hurt me."
Well, that was when you tried to turn me into a gorilla. You know, us dwarves. I mean, we are hairy, but not that hairy, so I was just a little bit shocked, and I apologize deeply for trying to freeze you.
He probably just weren't used to being that big.
At this point, you hear a fire! And 6 arrows fly through the air towards the dragon.
Hey,
Oh no.
hey, duck.
Duck!
Penguin!
Oh no! Oh no!
One of them hits him, the rest all miss.
Hey, you mooks, what you doing?
It does go through his chest, and he looks at you quite annoyed. And he's just like, "Huh? Huh?" And all you hear is Baron Gregory going,
Blast it all, I thought you were all archery trained. Reload! Shoot the bastard!
We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
Stop shooting, you idiots!
Yeah, Baron, you mook. Calm down.
everyone misses that time. 6 of them, and all of them miss. So, what are you going to do now that the Baron is trying to shoot the dragon?
Frankie's just gonna look between everybody going, what is the plan? What are we doing? Do we like protect the dragon? Do we not protect the dragon?
I mean, I feel
think
like
we should-
the dragon is probably the safer bet.
Yep, I think we should protect the dragon. Just take him away, run away with him.
It's
For now.
free. Okay, am I, okay then, Frankie's just gonna throw up a fireball. It's like, this is our friend! Friend's not her!
Why are you friends with that dragon? He's trying to destroy the city.
He's not trying to destroy the city. He's just having a moment.
He's trying to find some shoes that fit.
Yeah, he's
What?
throwing a fit, or
How
yeah.
can you talk about shoes when he's burning the city?
Well,
Not
he
on
did right
purpose.
now.
It's probably easier to try and talk him into leaving than just to try and kill him.
No, you have to kill him in human form. He's far easier to kill that way. Before
Well,
he finds that bloody runestone and breaks his father out, he must die.
Arnold will just run over to Baron Gregory really quick and just...
Well, the can't free his father anymore because the runestone is broken. But don't tell him, though.
and run back to the
What? What do you mean it's broken?
Well, I was just trying
The
to
dragon at this
Why
point,
would you do
let's see what the
that?
dragon does.
Oh, no.
Natural 20. The dragon slumps to the ground and you notice that it's returned to shadow form as the angriest dragon you've probably seen in a while just starts filling back into colour. And Baron Gregory goes,
Oh, fuck.
Hey, it was like that when we found it.
Yeah.
Well, it's been nice knowing you all.
No, I think it's time for the arrows now, guys.
Hey, just don't give it to any of those guys.
No.
I'm just,
okay, so
I'm just.
the dragon takes a deep breath. What are you going to do between the dragon taking a deep breath?
Get out of the way! Run away!
I ain't so stupid. I ain't going to get got by that, boys.
Okay, so all of you dive into cover. Let's see, does Baron Gregory get into cover? Natural 20, yes. Does the 6 archers get into cover? Yes. Does Timson get into cover? No. Timson is incinerated.
Maybe he's happier that way.
Hey, maybe your wife will have some kids now.
He's gone to a better. He's gone to a better place. She feels more fulfilled.
Yes.
Aha. Yes, okay. So, the dragon is now on top, roaring. You've got 3 turns before it can breathe again. What do you do?
Fireball.
Hey, just think of this, Dragon Boy, as you being freed from the shackles of familial duty. You're your own dragon now.
No more paperwork.
The dragon
Yeah, what
is,
that voice from the shadows said.
The dragon is currently just roaring, almost ear-splittingly roaring at the top of this building it's sitting on, preparing to breathe again.
Hey, chill your beans.
Arnold is going to shoot one of the arrows at him.
Okay, roll. Let's see if it hits him. It bounces off him and comes back down to you.
So I can pick it up again.
Okay, second shot.
Bam!
The arrow pierces the dragon's hide. The dragon emits a roar, and again, fire starts shooting upwards. It slumps a bit and breathes in, doing one final fire breath. Everyone this time needs to do me a dodge roll.
You're evil.
Oh no!
Well, it's been fun, Arnold.
Well, I will go out dying as a hero, though.
I'm waiting on whispers. Yep. Baron Gregory. He's fine. Archers. They're all gone. Titan's already dead. Okay, so all the archers from Baron Gregory and Arnold get incinerated.
Oh no!
Well, my apes burn really good, you know.
Especially small apes.
It's all that hair.
The dragon slumps and collapses from the top of the building, landing with a sickening crack on the ground, and blood starts oozing from its corpse.
At least I got a kill before I died.
You got a kill before you died, yes.
Yeah.
Can I go up and start hitting it with my cursed as shit sledgehammer? Just so it looks like I did
yes.
something. Just so it looks like I did something.
Okay.
Hey, that's
Yep.
what you get, you mook.
You crack the dragon in the face with the hammer. It sort of shudders violently a couple of times and then goes still. The dragon is dead.
Yeah, who'd you think you're messing with?
The city is still quite on fire, but Baron Gregory and a bunch of guards are still alive. Just all the archers are dead.
Can I look around for my purple shoes?
Yes. They are on the body of the shadow thing, which fades.
Hey, it's a shame that I gave all that evidence to Timson before he got incinerated along with it all.
Oh yes,
Did the
terrible.
poor boy not make it?
No.
Oh yeah, he's ashes along with all the evidence I took.
That's a shame. I'll have to send his widow some money.
Yeah, you do that.
What about poor Arnold?
Did the poor monkey not make it either?
It was an ape.
And the like Arnold had joined the spirits now. He just like goes into Baron's head. It's like, I'm an ape for fuck's sake.
Is he haunting you?
Yes, Arnold would now haunt Baron Gregory.
I can't get out of my head the sensation that I need to keep my socks cleaner than I have.
Well,
Hey, you should build a statue to that monkey.
Well, I do suppose he did kill the dragon.
Hey, and I helped.
yes, we all helped.
Yeah, but I hit her with a hammer.
After it was dead.
No, I delivered the killing blow.
In Danny's mind, he got the killing blow, even though he didn't. So yes, as you're sort of standing around with the incinerated mess of the town, Baron Gregory goes,
Well, I guess we should start rebuilding. There is one other thing. We need to deal with this undead nonsense.
Can we leave that for tomorrow? Seeing as the whole world is on fire.
If
I
putting the
suppose
dragonborn
once
head
now
up
this-
scared them off, try putting the dragon's head above the gate.
Ah, yes, you make a
I
good
suppose
point.
that will hold for now.
They look at the dragon's skull, which is now splintered into pieces after what Danny did to it.
And he goes, I don't think it'll repel much undead in that many pieces.
Hey, stick a wing on the door. It'll give the same message.
So as the sort of guards begin to hack up the dragon for pieces, and the rest of you retire to the bar, which is still filled with one or two polymorph people.
Can we get some of the dragon's skin so we can find the leather worker at some point to get some armor?
I'm sure you
Yes.
could.
And some shoes for Frankie.
No, I've got my shoes back, but I'd really like a nice, like, dragon skin robe, or like,
Okay.
Jack.
Well, since it's quite an enormous dragon, you manage to sort of jump in as all the guards are hacking pieces away and get enough for you each to have one piece of dragon flesh to do what you want with it. So Frankie, Danny, and Whispers all have a piece of dragon hide they can do something with.
I'll
As you-
finally get that satchel.
And as you return to join Iggy as he's retired to the bar,
Be nice to apes.
It seems time has run out for this week at least. Join us again next week for more of this tale. These bard's tales were originally told to us around a campfire in a long-forgotten land as Descent Journeys Through the Dark. They were adapted for this podcast by Nikolai Popsky. All music was written and performed by Daniel Boström. The cast of Plummet are Nikolai, Daniel, Bellery, Amy, AJ, John, and Ash, with additional content by Dragon. If you would like your own high fantasy dice, then journey to dndice.co.uk and use our name Penance RPG at the checkout for a 5% discount of your order. For what is a hero without shiny loot? As for us, we are but meager bards. If you would care to support our tales, you can buy us a grog or two, or Ko-Fi, as it is known in your parts, at ko-fi.com/penancerpg. If you would like to support us in future efforts, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/penancerpg. Farewell and good night, dear listeners, and remember that time will turn again soon. It's only a game, isn't it?
Bubble.
Oh, yeah. You like the Finding Nemo then?
Did they say bubble a lot in Finding Nemo? I haven't watched it in a long
Yeah.
time.
One of the fishes in the aquarium, and it's like, bubbles! He's
Ah.
like crazy about bubbles. He's really funny. The
Oh yeah, I remember now.
birds are funniest though.
The seagulls.
The seagulls, yeah, I actually laughed my ass off when that scene came. Mine?
That's actually a really good impression.
Yeah.
How
Like-
long did you practice that for?
I haven't practiced it that. It's just every other animal in that whole movie is like talking and intelligent except for the seagulls. It's like,
Kind
yeah.
of think they should have had a little extra bit to the scene at the end where you've got the pet fish bobbing around in the bags and in the sea. They should have panned up to see a row of seagulls. But
They're all going to suffocate to death in those bags anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Baron Gregory, how are you going to? You must have. Insert teeth again.
Teeth, you say? Oh, my.
Oh, my brain.
Hey, you don't look quite that old, Frankie. I didn't expect you to have false teeth.
Oh God.
And at this point, Donnie is led from the back, sort of grumpily trying to shovel one or two more coins into his satchel.
What was his name again?
Hey,
Danny.
who you manhandling, boys? Who you manhandling? I'm a man of the cloth.
Donnie. It's going to get really annoying, but I'm going to keep calling you Donnie.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't noticed.
Oh, well, he gotta have a nickname. That's true.
Yeah. Daddy's nickname is Donnie. Yeah, that works fine.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Donnie to my friends. So you guys call me Danny.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Hello.
God. Hello, Frankie, you're back.
Yes.
Mm.
I do feel like you would be happy to be made into a pair of shoes.
Probably. Especially purple shoes.
But I have purple shoes, so.
What colour was his skin?
Oh, he's a shadow dragon, so he was quite purpley.
Yeah.
turn him into
I'll do.
purple armor. Fine.
Alright.
Leather pants.
Purple hot pants. Mm.
Like, I've always thought, right, that I wouldn't say no to a pair of leather pants, but I feel like I'm not in shape enough to wear leather pants, and it would just look terrible.
Do you
The
mean
o- the
actual
only thing-
underwear pants, or do you mean like jeans?
Trousers, leather trousers.
All I can have is
That's
friends.
slightly better than you in like leather hot pants.
You can't have leather jeans, because then there wouldn't be jeans, because jeans are made of, like, denim. Surely.
I had a pair
Well,
of
they're
leather
made of
trousers I got
jeans,
from like
yeah.
a biker shop years ago.
Yeah.
Many, many years ago, when I used to do the live-action vampire games, I had a leather catsuit that my character wore. But there's no way of fitting it.
Maybe if I ever lose some weight, I'll get that pair of leather trousers.
So if listeners, you would like support to see Bellry in leather hot pants, please donate to the Bellry Hot Pants Fund, care of Penance RPG.
Hey, that church roof though.
Will pay for itself.
It'll pay for itself.